Hey guys, welcome to GNAG.
Inglorious 4K edition,
If only.
or very subpar.
720, we'll say that, 720.
We're back with another episode to talk about random stuff. Who knows? We'll see.
Well, I do have our first topic, and it's going to come out, like the day we're recording it is it, but it won't come out till a little bit later, but it is our Valentine's Day episode.
Or as I like to call it, being alone.
Yep.
Being alone, the
Lovely
episode.
day. Pretty much. We'll get to that in just a second, but some of you may notice I'm not in the old space anymore. I'm actually in my new house. My brother and I,
This will be the third episode in a row you talk about your situation.
Hey, I mean, it was changing at the beginning, or it was about to happen in the beginning. It started to happen in the second, and now
is this the hero's journey? The hero's journey.
Well, the thing is we recorded the last episode. Didn't we record it on a Tuesday?
I don't know.
We
usually record it really late at random days.
We either recorded it last Monday night or Tuesday, but I think it was Tuesday. No, I can't remember. All I know is we recorded on a Monday.
You've been moving the entire time. It's not like it matters.
I started moving most of my stuff in on Tuesday, but then I had to wait for the internet guy on Wednesday. So I came over here that morning and I waited on him. He got done and then I ate lunch and then I was done with lunch. It was like 1 p.m. and I spent from 1 p.m. to 11 p.m. getting every single thing out of that house and into this one. My brother's been doing it periodically. Like he'll take some stuff over. And my sister, who wants his room, is trying to get him to speed up the process. While me, I literally made everything gone in one day.
Cool, because you're just like speed running it.
Absolutely. I will do more with this set. Right now I've got this cubicle thing. It's just got like my quest and different storage.
When are you putting up the anime posters you ordered?
What anime posters?
You guys could go right behind you. I see 2 spots, either side, right there.
That'll be. I actually, I was talking to a friend of mine who does make posters. I kind of want to get a GNAG banner behind me, like either the name or the logo. I think that would just be really cool to put behind me.
We could put fan art up there. We gotta have fan art first.
Yeah, I was gonna say if anybody sends us some fan art, I will gladly print it out and put it on this wall behind me. But yeah, I'm going to talk to my friend about putting like a GNAG banner behind me with the logo. I think that'd just be really cool.
Yeah, that would be cool. It stands out a little bit against the anime posters, but I see what you're going for.
I'm debating though if I want to get the logo, which is the simple like G thing, or if I want to get it like the GNAG word spelled out.
Go logo.
Yeah. You can't go wrong with the basic GNAG logo.
You exposing us for recording at midnight right now? It's late. I'm sorry, guys. I had to work all day.
Yeah. I start my new job in the morning, so this might be a shorter episode because I still have to get ready and all that for it. But it's fine. It's totally fine. I'm not going to be doing
much. Like an orientation? Are you just going to jump straight into it?
No, it's like tomorrow's mostly going to be paperwork, computer training, and orientation stuff. So I don't need as much sleep as I would if I was going to be like on the sales floor or whatever, you know what I mean? So it won't be as strenuous. I'll basically just be sitting most of the day. I had to get a bunch of new clothes this weekend, but I had to get a new pair of shoes. Like I have to get dressier shoes than my sneakers. I have a pair of boots that work, but they're not comfy to wear for long periods of time, like an entire 8-hour day or so.
Wear your Crocs. Wear Crocs on the sales floor. That would be pretty cool.
The thing is though, is like because my feet are shorter and finding a shoe size that actually like fits is near impossible. I literally went to 3 different shoe stores and could not find a single pair of like nicer.
Be a size 5?
No, because then I could look in the kids section.
I'm dead.
No, it's like a 7, 7.5, which is like the size that doesn't exist. You can literally find a 6 in kids or an 8 in adults, but like 7 is the most non-existent size there is, especially at least in shoe stores. So you have to order.
How you got such small feet, bro?
I don't know.
7?
My feet are like short, but they're tall. If that, I don't know how to really
I'm
like
sorry.
the bone on the top of my foot is tall for some reason. So I could like they said I
You're
could
walking
literally.
around on a bunch of bricks. You out here slapping
Well,
the floor.
it's because I have really high arched feet. It's a thing. Don't.
Okay.
We're not
All
here to
right.
talk about my feet. All right.
I think we already did.
Yeah. Well, like anybody's actually going to make it this far into the episode.
Brickfoot.
Like the 5 minutes into the episode.
Brickfoot.
Brickfoot. that might be the title. Brickfoot.
Brickfoot.
That would be
Just
a great.
saying.
It's like Brickfoot, the tale of Valentine's.
Yeah, no, that doesn't. It
No, it
doesn't
doesn't.
exactly coordinate, but I like it.
Yeah, but speaking of Valentine's, what'd you do for it? Because we both, I think you just worked the whole time, didn't you?
I did, but I got Dunkin' Donuts. I got a dozen donuts. Brought them to work. Everyone liked donuts. I got some cream-filled ones. Dunkin', they were kind of just short on donuts. I don't exactly understand.
I assume everybody got donuts then.
I guess. I suppose Dunkin' doesn't usually ever sell anything when I go there, so Valentine's Day is the one day I guess they sell a lot of donuts.
Apparently so. With me, I pretty much spent most of the day playing Minecraft. That's
Great.
yeah, I pretty much
Awesome.
that's literally all I did is my buddy made a realm and it's like a PvP type realm where you're like you raid people and stuff. No. I did accidentally cheat. There's a rule about not like you have when you raid somebody, you have to blow up their chest with TNT. And that's the only way you can get their stuff, but you can't destroy their base. You can place blocks on it to get into the base, but you can't destroy it to get into it. But if you can like walk into their base, like open the door, walk in and place a TNT, light it near their chest. If their chest explode and you can get their stuff, you can. And I did, but I thought he was still online. He wasn't, so it counted as an offline raid. So I immediately put everything back and then actually put a couple extra emeralds in there for him. And he found out about it. He asked me if I did it, and I immediately owned up to it. I wasn't gonna hide it. I even left some signs saying like, "Hey, I blew up your chest on accident. I forgot."
It wasn't on accident.
No,
That's
it's like
not what happened.
no, it's like I accidentally forgot that it wasn't allowed, so I put everything back with a few extras. And basically we just came to an agreement that I won't get punished. I offered. He either said I will get a shameful punishment, and then I offered to give him an elytra, and yeah, that pretty much settled it there. Because he didn't have one and couldn't get one, so
I would just watch your back. You know, there's payback coming.
oh no, I know.
Yeah, even if he's like, oh, it's okay, it's not okay.
He's actually more focused on the other guy on the realm. There's a guy named Andrew on it, and he is just he's decked out. But I mean, I've got the elytras. I'm the only person who can get them right now because I'm the only one who knows where the Nether Fortress is, so nobody can get the blaze rods. And I'm also the only person who knows where the end portal is, so nobody can get elytras and everything. I went scouting for them earlier. I've literally just been scouting with my elytra. All the other ones, I'm snatching them up before other people can get them because that's such a bargaining chip. If I'm the only person who can get a hold of them, that's such a bargaining chip.
You're basically invincible. You win at that point.
Also, I literally don't. I have so many shulker boxes already. I don't even have to have a base. I literally am a traveling person. I keep them all in my end chest. So all I have to do is find an end chest, and I'm good. And I have backup elytras and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And so something I've been doing is I realized I could do this the other day when I died in the Nether and lost a ton of like important stuff. I was like, because I didn't look at the coordinates before I died, and I was like, crap, I'm never gonna remember where that. And I recorded a game clip on Xbox because it's Windows 10 edition.
Oh, you're so full. You're the worst.
I recorded a game clip. And I was like,
worst.
I recorded a game clip, went and found my stuff, delete the clip so nobody else can see where I've been. Not like they're gonna look anyways. They don't know that I do that.
That also seems like cheating.
No,
Are you cheating in various ways?
Oh no, like other people just use locator maps to find everybody. I didn't even I don't use the locator maps. I have one of my immediate area, but I don't use it. Now there was one point where a guy found my base, but I was in it, so he couldn't really do it. He couldn't attack me. So and then he ended up starving to death.
When you say you were playing all day long, like how many hours were you on this Minecraft realm?
Uh,
Don't you lie to me.
10.
10 hours?
No, it was actually probably like 8, maybe 7, because
Oh,
I've
yeah.
done stuff in
Okay.
between.
8 hours. That's much more.
I would say
Oh,
7, at least 7, no more than 8.
that's insane. Did you eat?
Yeah, that's why it wasn't any longer. Because I got up, I did I've done things in between like laundry, cleaning the closet out and stuff like that. But yeah,
You're like, yeah, clean the closet out. Time for reward. 8 hours of Minecraft.
pretty much.
You're like, I'm gonna treat myself now.
It's not like I have a date, so
Yikes.
I actually
Go get one.
remembered I got an Olive Garden gift card for Christmas, and my friend said, "Why don't you go take somebody out on a date?" I'm like, "Okay, find me a date." She's like, "Oof,
Wait, maybe she wanted you to ask her.
no, she's got a boyfriend."
I mean,
Nah,
if you
nah,
had an
nah.
Olive Garden, if you had an Olive Garden
I mean,
gift
it's
card,
Olive Garden, unlimited breadsticks, you know.
that's what I'm saying, man. Breadsticks kind of make the mind go a little crazy.
They're so buttery.
So, fun story. I don't exactly know how this leads in, but apparently we're talking about Olive Garden. I owe two of my coworkers literal like sit down dates with them for Olive Garden.
Want to explain that one?
Well, one was because I lost a bet. I was like, there's no way you get 10 surveys in a day. If you get 10 surveys in a day, I will literally take you out to Olive Garden. I'll buy you ravioli, whatever you want. We'll go to Olive Garden. They got 11. So
Oof.
I lost that one.
You know they're gonna like chow down, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna be out like $100 by the end of the night.
Pretty
But
much.
unlimited soup
I
salad.
was gonna say just go off the unlimited soup, salad, and breadsticks, and you're okay.
Yeah, no, they're getting ravioli.
Ravioli,
And the
ravioli,
other
give
one
me the
for
formioli.
legal reasons isn't going to happen because this is a 16-year-old that I owe. And I can't take this 16-year-old. So I'm not doing that one. I'm just gonna
Yep.
get a to-go box.
Or just get a gift card.
There you go, gift card.
You want?
Um,
And what's the explanation here?
I lost a bet again.
God, have you not learned from the first time?
This one wasn't about surveys. This one was about speed. It just so happens. See, as a manager, I'm like, okay, tactics, tricks to get people to focus, be more productive. I just didn't expect so much Olive Garden to come out of my pocket.
You know, speaking of
Never
like
works.
bets, it just made me remember. Remember when you a few months ago when you and I went to go get Cam from college?
Yes.
Remember how we were listening to Skillet?
Yes.
So here's the story, guys. We were basically Kaden and Kylan being Kaden and Camden's older brother. They were gonna go pick up Camden from college, and I ended up tagging along. You know, have fun, extra company, make it a guys
He
trip.
invited himself. No, I'm just
Very,
kidding.
a little bit. I
Just
imply
a little bit.
I implied like, hey, you guys need an extra. Yeah, you guys want some company? What's funny is I didn't realize Kylan was going until later, but because I thought when I said it, I thought Caden was just going by himself. I was like, oh, you know, he might want some company. That's like a 2 hour drive by himself. I wouldn't want to do that. I have, but I wouldn't want to. And then when Kylan got there, I was like, oh, was this a brother's trip?
You're
I
third wheeling now, baby boy.
To be fair, I brought the speaker and saved us music wise because
Your playlist kind of trash though. Some of it's good, but
that wasn't the point. I just brought the speaker that we could all use.
true.
I did save us in that front.
True. I'll
Um,
I'll own up to that. Sure enough, I did get a speaker afterwards, though. I'm like, never again.
yeah. But one of the things that ended up happening is we started listening to Skillet at one point, and I don't remember the conversation exactly. I just remember that it was the end of the song, or it was the intro to the song "Not Gonna Die" from the Rise album. It
Mhm.
comes right after "Good to Be Alive" is when the intro starts. Because it's at the end of that song. It's not at the beginning of "Not Gonna Die" for some reason. Um, and I had said like this song is literally all about death, and Caden's over here like, it's like it doesn't talk about death, and as soon as those words leave his mouth, the song just goes death, death, death. And Kaden just is like,
It's fine. I'll
he's
take
like,
that L.
yeah, he's like, okay, I'll admit that one was bad.
It's a fat L.
But it was literally like as soon as the words left his mouth, it was like,
It's
this
true.
song doesn't talk about death, death, death,
It's
death.
true. He caught me 4K. Like I was screwed.
You got coconut malt.
He caught you in 4K. How did he catch you in 4K?
And I was just thinking
They
about
ain't
that.
got me on camera. They got you 4K.
Like, and the thing is the reason I brought that up is because it made me. I actually had that same conversation the other day. Hunter, me, and Ian were listening to that song,
Oh no.
and that intro came in, and it made me.
Oh
And we had talked
no.
about it, and now we're on the podcast talking about it again.
Yeah, it wasn't one of my best moments, but it's fine. It's an L I'll take.
Yeah, well, like we need to go on another guys trip to get Cam at some point. Whenever
I have an opportunity for you if you want to get Cam. Bring him down
go
here with me because he doesn't have a ride.
to where?
to Florida, yeah.
When?
On the 7th. We talked about this.
Which 7th? I forget the month. Was it April?
March 7th.
I
He's
don't-
got a spring break. I'm gonna be done with work.
What is
hang
March
out.
7th? Let me see. I don't. The thing is, that's only like 3 weeks from now,
Yes,
and I'm starting a new job tomorrow, and I don't think I
that's
can
cool.
get vacation time that quickly.
You don't need it. Just ask for a days off.
Like it's on a Sunday, so I mean, like if I drove down Saturday night, late Saturday night, because I wouldn't leave till like 8 o'clock, but
Now, the reason I bring it up is because I was like, oh, yeah, Cam's coming to stay with me. They're like, really? Yeah, of course. They're like, well, how is he getting there? I don't know. That's up to him. I'm just going to be down here the whole time.
no, for real though. If I could, I absolutely would. I would love to do that. I would love to have an excuse to go to Florida for a few days. Like if I was still at the pharmacy, I think I could have pulled that off. But since I start,
Well, yeah, because they didn't schedule you anyway.
pretty much. No, get this. So my last day was supposed to be on Thursday, but it ended up being on Friday, and the reason being is, like again, I put in my, I was gonna, like I said,
4-day notice.
Yeah. Well, again, they didn't schedule me next week. There was no point, and I knew I could start at the dealership early, which we found out is true. I could start Monday, like a whole week early.
Yeah.
So I can make money quicker. But I ended up apparently one of the techs got near somebody with COVID, so they had to be quarantined for 10 days. And that was already on top of that happening to another tech. So we've had 2 techs out, and then we had a third tech out for pregnancy. So that means we were 3 people down, and they were about to offer me like a whole week's worth of hours.
And you said, psych.
I was like, you picked a really bad time to tell me that. I was like, oh, like I worked that Friday because they still now. But here's the thing: they kind of like Thursday was my last day, and it was very hectic. We didn't have enough people; it was bad. So the pharmacist who was working called in she didn't realize she did it. She called in everybody for Friday, like everybody that was not going to be working. Those 3, like so basically, it was every tech that we had minus those 3. So the pharmacy had like 3 more techs than it needed that day. It was overflowing with people. We were all like bumping into each other because the pharmacy is not that big. She's like, yeah, I might have messed up. I didn't realize we had this many people called in. And the thing is Thursday is the day we needed them. It was hectic. There was like nobody that showed up on Friday. So everybody was just sitting around with nothing to do for a while.
Yeah.
It was something.
Just go home and be like, you don't need me. I'm out.
Well, I had said I probably could have stayed and worked longer, but I didn't want to. Plus, again, Thursday was supposed to be my last day, so I only worked like 4 hours, which it's honestly kind of a good thing that I did because again, we had way too many people and nothing to do, so it kind of worked out.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'll start on Monday, which is technically today, but in like 8.5 hours.
You start in 8.5 hours.
Yeah, it's at 9 a.m., which isn't bad. I can get up at
That's not too bad.
7:30. I can get up at 7:30 and be fine. I'm debating if I want to get a shower tonight or tomorrow morning, because I feel like if I do it tonight, then I've knocked it out of the way, and I don't have to like panic in the morning if I took like too long of a shower or something.
I mean,
I like
I
to
don't care. Just pick one.
I plan that stuff out like way ahead for some
Why?
reason. I don't
Just
know.
do it.
It's just how I am. So, we had talked about this before the podcast started. You like, as you guys know, we do our TikTok of the week thing. We do it every week.
I swear
And
mine's not a coconut mall this time.
even I don't believe you.
It's not.
I haven't even looked at it
It's
yet,
not a coconut
and
mall.
I don't believe you.
It's not a coconut mall. It's not.
Also, for those who actually watched to the end of the video, how did you feel that you got coconut malt?
Send it to all your friends. Totally coconut mall them, guys.
Yeah, that was something that we had planned. Like, I had gotten the video and all that. I was about to edit it, and then we had said afterwards, I'm like, I'm gonna coconut mall them, and Caden's like, yes, you are.
We'll see. We'll see if
I did goof up in the editing bay though. I forgot to put in a video clip. I messed up. I had said I was going to put in the clip of the butchered episode with the
You
original.
didn't put in any of that?
No, I forgot. It was literally just
God.
me saying here, and then it cut to like, or then like it didn't even cut. It was just us for like a few seconds waiting. And
great. Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm so happy that happened.
Hey, at least I remembered to put in the TikToks. But
did you put it back in post?
No, because I didn't realize it till the video had been up for a few hours. So
just put it back in. Put it back in. Do like an edit, a comment, a description.
It would be harder to put it in. Like, it'd be harder to do that than it would be to trim something. To go back and trim it. But something I also realized, and this is something that both of us goofed up on, before we did my TikTok, we did not do a lead into it. Because remember, I did like that timeout where I said I was going to cut everything?
Yeah.
And we had talked about my TikTok in a cutaway thing. And then I realized I had said, or one of us had said, okay, let's pretend like we're going to react to my video or whatever, my TikTok. And that's where it was. We never said, here's my TikTok. So I had to edit it just a little bit to basically where it was like, should I use, it's like, I think I'm going to use this one. Yeah. So yeah, it'll play like, so just get ready to react. And then it cuts to us reacting after the TikTok, because that was the only way I could cut it to make it look like it was somewhat meant to be like that.
Terrible. Failures.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, you were half of that. You didn't notice it either.
Yeah, but you called the cut, so that's not. I don't take responsibility for that one.
No, I'll take responsibility, but I'm giving you like 10% credibility.
I was having 12% of a moment. I'll take 12%.
All right, you can have 12% of the blame.
That's fair. Okay, so in the future, make sure you put the videos in.
Yeah. Well, I made sure everything else got in. It was just
if we cut anything out of the video, that we remember where we were at, and I think we'll be good going forward.
The thing is, I was rewatching the thing because I have to rewatch it to know what clips I got to put in and where to put them in. I just somehow did not notice. Like, I completely missed the part where we were supposed to put that first clip in. So,
but you got the coconut mall. And that's the most important part.
Yeah, I literally, that was a last second decision. I had already finished editing it, and then I texted Kaden, and I was like, I'm going to coconut mall them. And he's like, yes, you are. And then I went back, I re-edited it, and put it in there last second. You just got coconut mauled.
Absolutely.
I was expecting you to finish that, but...
No. Do you want to do TikToks now? Because I really like mine, and anyone with siblings will like mine.
Well, I mean, we've barely been recording. I mean, I don't know how long we've been recording, but it's not been that long. It's been like maybe...
Save it for the end.
Yeah, like usual. And I'm gonna have to... Well, you'll see when I get to it. I mean, you already know.
I'm sorry?
No,
Are you about to throw some more disclaimers at us?
Kaden and I did we had a very short meeting because I wanted to get this episode recorded because I knew I wasn't gonna him and I wouldn't have time
But you
to.
talked about Minecraft for like 20 minutes. How is that a short meeting?
Well, that's because I was playing it as we were talking because I had to do a thing.
And you talked about Minecraft in the episode.
Well, yeah, it's called content.
Yes.
Anything we talk about is immediate content.
Then why did you have to do the same? We had the same conversation in the
because I didn't think about it.
But it's just 20 minutes of Minecraft content.
Whatever. Anyways, so we were talking. We had a little brief meeting about some of the games and stuff. We are definitely going to be doing some gaming content in the spring. Now that I've got the new setup and everything, it'll be easier to do that. I'm just trying to figure out the logistics of it. Because I can film right here. I've got Xbox One, a 32-inch TV, and a keyboard mouse plugged into it. And I've got a basic controller, but I can bring my Elite in here.
Rate my setup 2 out of 10.
I've got my Series X in the living room with the 65-inch 4K TV with the better refresh rate, or it's got a much better refresh rate than this old thing. I mean, it's like 4 or 5 years old, maybe 6 at the most. So it's not that old, but the current models of this are smart TVs. This one wasn't, so it's that old. Again, not that old, but it's old enough. But its refresh rate isn't as good as the one I have in the living room. So if I wanted crispy gaming content. Now for smaller games, I'll probably just do everything in here. But if we were going to do something that required some grade A stuff, I'd probably do my setup. Now I've still got my 43-inch TV, which is also got a better refresh rate and 4K, but I don't know where to put it.
What do you think we're going to be playing in 4K? You think Gang Beasts is going to be that
no,
deep?
I was saying if we ever did something that's going to require, but most of my stuff I can do from my current setup. I got my laptop here. I've got all this here. So
I just want to play some horror games. I don't think you need 4K for all that.
No, we won't need it for most, but eventually I will figure out a setup. I'll probably just get a better monitor or something.
Mm-hmm.
I'll either get a 4K monitor with 60 FPS, or I'll get one with a monitor that's 1080p with 120 FPS, because I can't seem to find one that has both for a decent price.
You won't.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to fork over some serious bucks for that.
Yeah, so I'll probably go more in the realm of refresh rate. I feel like that might be more useful, but I'm not sure yet.
I say get both.
I might. It depends on how much. If I'm a good salesman and I can make some money, yeah, sure, I'll do that. I don't I'll have spending money, but we'll see. Hopefully,
sell me on a car right now.
Okay. What car are you looking at?
I'm looking at this Jeep, this 2006.
What model? Like a Grand Cherokee or?
Sure. Yep. Grand Cherokee.
Okay. You said 2006?
Yep.
All right.
Why should I buy this Jeep Grand Cherokee?
All right. So, are you a family man?
No, definitely
this is not the. Well, are you one who likes to drive rugged?
Nope.
Then why are you here for a Jeep? You know what you need?
This is so disrespectful.
Do you know what you need?
What do I need?
You need a Dodge Avenger. You know why?
Dodge Avenger. No, why?
It's because it is at an affordable rate. It's under $10,000 for this particular model. We're gonna go with the 2012 model here. It
a 2012 for under 10K?
Around six.
What's wrong with it?
Nothing. It's around 6 to 7.
Now.
6 to 7,000. It's got 90,000 miles on it, so it's got a pretty good mileage for its
reasonable
age.
for a 2012. Yeah, mm-hmm.
It's got a sportier look. It's all black. Avengers are meant to look a little bit more sporty, so if you want to feel like you're all cool. If you're not, You might be. I don't know. You're a
Oh,
person.
am I not cool?
I don't know. I just met you.
I'm not buying crap from you. Get out of here. You ain't
I
getting no monitor like that. Am
I
I
do.
cool? I
I
don't
do.
know.
The thing is like, and I've learned this from a lot of different salesmen I know, is that you're not selling the product. They know what they're there for. They know what car
Yeah,
that
I
they
wanted
want.
a Jeep, and you told me no.
But no, you're just selling your like. I was actually watching some videos of like other salesmen and stuff, like some of the things, and there was actually a guy, and I'll have to send you a link to it. It was actually like a really interesting story. It was a guy who had sold cars for a long time, and he decided to try his luck somewhere else. So he got hired at a Ford dealership, and their main salesman said that he sold the most cars, but it wasn't that many. He sold like 9 cars a month, which is not a lot. That is a low number. Like the dealership I'm going to, the average is like 8, but most people sell way above that average, or at least a decent amount above that average.
Then how is it an average?
Um,
If most people sell above that,
because there are
how is
some
that
who
an
sell
average?
there are some who sell a lot less. There's some who sell a lot more, some a lot less. So it averages
For
that.
that to be the average, they would have to sell like 2 a month. You'd have a couple of
There are
people.
some who do that.
Oof.
Yeah. They just live off paycheck to paycheck and they're fine with that. But anyways,
You out here roasting your coworkers on stream?
I haven't met him yet,
On
so but anyways, basically the guy was telling a story about how he went to this Ford dealership and he ended up it's his first day on the job. Literally his first day. And he has, you know, again, the main salesman sold 9 cars in a month. Well, apparently this guy comes in and he gives him like a look up and down, like he's kind of seeing like, okay, what kind of guy is this? He's got cowboy boots on, but those are like some nice ones. Those aren't the ones you get dirty and all that. And he was in a older truck. I can't remember, like a Tacoma or Tacoma. I can't remember what that type of truck is called, whatever. I'll figure it out later. But basically, it was like a truck, like a golden color, I think is what he had said. And the guy comes in, he wants to buy the current 2020 model, and he's basically tells the guy, he's like, "All right, let's go take a look." So they go, they look, and they see a black one at the edge, and he's like, "Well, you want to get this black one?" He's like, "No, no, no, I only want a white one. Like I want to make sure it's a white one." And the guy's like, "Okay, okay, well, let's just take it for a drive. Let's see how that goes." And they drove the black one around, and they eventually pull into this parking lot, and he ends up. They get out of the car, and he's just like, "Well, what do you think of it drive?" He's like, "Well, I figured it'd drive pretty good. I'm a big fan of these cars." And he basically starts talking about like the salesman was talking about like how great the black one looks, like how the reflection off the pavement to the thing, like it looked like something off a movie or something like that. And as he's kind of making it seem nicer, the guy's like, "You know what? I think you're right." He's like, "Tell you what, let's head back to the dealership. Let's get this black one." So they go back and they sells him that car. Well, they had 5 other ones on the lot of that same car or truck, but they're older models slightly. And they the guy apparently owned a construction company. So that's where, his money came from. But apparently a lot of the trucks that they had were like beaten down. Like the guys just beat them to death. So he asked the salesman if he can get him a deal on all 5 of them, if he could buy like all 5.
Wow.
And the salesman's like, "Yeah, I can. I think we can work something out." He sold all 5 of those cars to that guy. And then the wife pulls up a little bit later, and then she says to him, "Hey," she's like, "You got a new truck without me?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Well, honey, we always have to have matching cars." So she sold him a car of the same kind, or similar kind.
Okay.
And um and then he recommended the guy to him. So on his second day, 2 other guys come to him from recommended by that guy. He sold all 3 of those guys, or 2 of those guys, 3 cars. He sold, I think, like what is that number? 8, 4, 5, 6, 7. He sold 9 cars in his first 2 days, and
Hmm.
like 6 of those was on his first day.
I just want to know why he wouldn't like get the white one? Why was he trying to sell them on the black ones?
because they didn't have any white ones on hand. They had the black one there and ready to go. He could just take it off the lot. But the white ones, they'd have to get it shipped and everything, and it's just more work and everything. So he was trying to. Plus, I think it might have like cut into his sales or something. I don't know. But he's like, well, we got it on hand. Let's see if I can sell it to him, and he did, and that ended up. And he says that guy has bought since, or no, it wasn't when I might have said 2020, but I meant 2018. But in 2020, the guy has come back and bought multiple other cars and recommended other people to him since then. And a lot of people are repeat clients. Some people like decide, oh, I don't like, it's like with phones, every couple of years you want to trade one up. Well, that even the manager I was talking to when I got hired, he was kind of telling me that it's like people always come back. You don't think people buy the same, or like you don't think the same people buy as many cars as they do, but they do. And if they like you, they'll come back to you. He's like, I've had people who I've dealt with for 15 years because I've given them great customer service and they like dealing with me. So.
Okay. So try to sell like 11 on your first couple of days and you're set.
Hey, the guy said like if I can sell like 16 cars in my first 3 months, like 16 a month for 3 months, my schedule is thrown out the window. I can make my own schedule.
16 cars a month for 3. Yeah, I'm sure you can.
Yeah, they've had a guy do that. There's a guy who comes in and sells like 16 cars a month, or actually he typically sells more. He's really good. And he's like 23. This guy is like 23 and he's I think he might be 25 now, but when he got hired he was 23. But he did that in his first 3 months. And that he literally never shows up for work. He just gets to do whatever he wants. He just makes a lot of cold calls and stuff and only calls in or comes in to sign papers to finish deals, but he never shows up for work. He goes on vacations all the time, but he's still making cold calls and selling on Facebook Marketplace during those days. And sometimes he'll refer, like if he's in the middle of a deal and he decides he's going to take a vacation, he's like he gets with another salesman and will give them half of the deal, because you can do that. You can sell like half a car.
Which like tag team it, like
yeah.
Double team.
So basically, you each get part of the profit.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's not what you want to do, but if you're in a pinch like that, sometimes it's the best way to go about it.
Well, if you don't know what you're doing, might as well work with someone who does.
Yeah, but you got to be careful because people can be cutthroat in that business.
Are you going to be cutthroat?
I don't want to be. But I am going to be the person to jump out in front of everybody and be like, hey,
And they're going to be like, look at this Brickfoot walking at me like he's trying to sell all these cars. Like, who's this man think he is? Slapping the floor with them.
Forget Bigfoot. I'm Brickfoot.
Facts.
So Kaden, going off topic here, Kaden has a segment he wants us to implement, and I fully agree. Kaden, I'll let you take it from here.
I think, okay, so last week we were talking about putting some more like interactive elements, more entertainment type stuff. Of course, we're going to get gameplay going and stuff like that. But I want to know how you react to some would you rather questions. I'll, of course, give my answers as well. But I found a list of would you rathers just by doing a couple searches. And I want you to tell me what you pick and your reasoning for it. And we'll just kind of see where it goes. There's a couple of them. We maybe won't get to all of them, but there's some interesting questions. So are you ready to make some significant choices?
Let's find out.
All right.
Leave in the comments what you would pick.
First one. Would you rather aliens that make first contact with us be robotic or organic? And why?
Robotic. Transformers, that's why.
You don't. Who said they're Transformers?
I didn't. I'm just saying that's my reasoning.
Don't you think they would be more likely to murder you if they're Transformers?
Not necessarily. But
so, the subtext says, which would be less likely to wipe us off the face of the planet? I don't know. I feel like watching Independence Day and other movies and alien type shows, like, I would probably go organic on this one just because I know that I can kill them.
Well, yeah, but you got to think. The organics could be a lot faster. Like mechanical, they have a lot more weaknesses. You can go for like the joints and all that, depending on what they're made of.
What
Like
if they have like super vibranium
I was
plating?
gonna say vibranium.
What if they have that? It's alien tech.
Well,
Who
what if
even
you're dealing
knows?
with freaking xenomorphs that have super speed or something?
They can still be shot. That's
Not
why.
not if they have super speed. I mean,
Shoot very quickly. The Flash was able to get shot with an arrow, so just trick him.
yeah, well. Okay, next one.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Would you rather lose the ability to read or lose the ability to speak? I already know what you're gonna pick, but
To read.
yeah, of course. There's no chance you could avoid
No, I
speaking.
don't read much anyways.
I would probably also choose read for this one because, you could at least always communicate your ideas speaking.
Yeah, and plus like you can always have somebody read to you.
True. Very true. Very true.
I wouldn't want to have to do hand signals all the time. Plus this podcast wouldn't exist if I couldn't speak.
Yeah, that is
Priorities.
true too. I don't think you could avoid speaking in the first place.
No,
But
it would just be this.
throw it out
The
there
whole
anyway.
podcast would just be this.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I would be trying to carry the whole thing like nervous sweating.
Yeah.
All right, would you rather be covered in fur or covered in scales?
Fur.
Why?
Actually, no. No, I think I'd go scales because it's more like armor plating if you think about it.
Of course it's like armor. You're just trying to be a transformer so bad.
But plus, scales means you can shed your skin, so that's useful. Fur, there's too many things that can get caught in it and stuck in it and all that. I think it would just get.
But I don't know. I feel like you'd always be comfortable.
Or insanely hot.
True.
And as somebody who prefers the cold, I don't think I would enjoy that.
Yeah, you'd rather have armor plating.
Yeah.
Trying to be a transformer
Scales.
so bad.
Next question.
Would you rather be in jail for a year or lose a year off of your life?
I guess year off my life.
Yeah, you don't want to spend a year in jail.
No, because think about it. That's basically wasting a year of your life.
It says, "Is a bad year worth living, or is it better to give up an entire year of your life?"
It's basically the same thing, no matter what you choose, except for one, you're going to antagonize an entire year. The other, you're just going to die quicker.
True. I think I'd probably choose the prison on this one. I think it might not be as bad. I mean, of course, you're in prison, but good things could still come from it, I guess.
Yeah, like shanking.
That's not a good thing. I would
think
put
about
that.
it.
I would put that on the other end of the good things spectrum.
Well, think about it. It could happen while in prison. You might have to spend a year in
But
prison, but 2 days in, you could get shanked.
It doesn't say, would you rather be shanked in a prison cell?
But it could happen. It doesn't say it couldn't.
Sure, it could.
It doesn't say you'll live through the whole year in prison. It just says you have a year in prison. Anything can happen.
I feel like living is implied. Anyways, we'll skip the rest of that conversation. Would you rather always be 10 minutes late or always be 20 minutes early? I already know you already are always 10 minutes late, but I just want to know what you would rather be.
I'd rather be early.
20 minutes early? You'd be scrolling through a lot of TikToks.
Pretty much.
You'd be 20 minutes early for everything. It's better to be early than late. That just kind of sucks. If you're talking about wasted time, you'd spend a lot more through your life being early everywhere.
Yeah, but it like for work and stuff like that, you'll get in less trouble.
Why are they all jail?
Which one did you pick?
Would you rather have one real get out of jail free card or a key that opens any door? So it's a free crime of your choice or a life of limitless theft and or espionage.
The espionage easily.
What would you try to do?
I don't know. I just like having that option because
You'd
I
probably steal some Transformer stuff.
don't do anything like jail worthy, so I'm not worried about getting in jail. But I feel like the key thing would just come in handy at some point.
I mean, sure, but it's like you get a free crime of your choice. Like it doesn't.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to do it.
Get out of here. Like,
No, and it doesn't say you get away with it. You still get caught. You're still in jail. You just get out of jail.
Yeah, but
So
what door are you opening?
But it's still on your record. Like, think about it.
I mean, records can be erased.
Well.
Records can be erased. Just talk to the feds.
Yeah, well. So how many more of these you want to do?
I'll do a couple more.
All right.
Oh no, I don't want to ask you this one. Never mind. Skip.
Nope.
Skip.
Nope. You're gonna ask it.
Would you rather? I don't think you can
ask it.
Would you rather be married to a 10 with a bad personality or a 6 with an amazing personality?
Amazing personality, easily.
Don't lie to me. Don't you dare lie to me.
No, personality. At the end of the day, it all comes down to personality. Looks do have a factor, but it is not the defining factor.
For you, skip. Draw 4.
Yeah, well,
we'll do one more.
I keep messing with my lighting. I'm trying to figure out which one I
see that. It's very annoying.
Okay, it's either going to be this one. Okay, so it's either this one or this one.
Go back a couple to like the more orange one.
I don't know. It's not that one. It's either going to be this
one. That one low-key makes you look like a number 2 pencil.
It's either this one or this one.
Pencil looking Brickfoot.
So is it option 1 or 2?
1.
All right. Yeah, I think that does.
2 is Ghost Boy. The other one is like number 2 pencil.
Well, the thing is this is the other one is what I used in my old room, but it seems like the lighting kind of fits better with this one in here. So I'll use this one from now on. I thought I made my hand look purple, but then I just remembered that the bottom of my thing is the bottom of the mic is a light on it. I was like, what the? Like, well, I can't use that setting then.
All right, last one.
All right.
Would you rather have all traffic lights that you approach be green or never have to stand in line again?
Never stand in line. Never stand
driving though.
No, never stand in line easily. Think about it. Amusement parks. Anytime you go to an amusement park, you're just at the front of the line.
But you drive everywhere. Yeah, it's not just.
But it's not that big of an inconvenience.
It really is. At least here.
Around
literally lasts so long.
Well, I have a couple that do that, but they're not like as inconvenient. Think about it. I'm just thinking like amusement parks, or like you want to get your food. You don't have to like you go through the drive-through. There's no line. You get your food. You're out. You're in and out 5 minutes tops.
Mm-hmm. And then you get stuck at a red light for another 10 minutes.
I would definitely go no lines ever.
I think I go lights on this one. Yeah. Anywhere I drive.
Because of Florida, that makes sense.
Yeah, screw I-4. There's no lights on I-4, but I-4 is just a wreck anyway. Yeah, that's it. These, I don't know why they're all about prison. Don't worry about it.
All right, so now we're gonna move into our final segment. TikToks, always great. Kaden, we'll start with yours.
Anybody that has siblings and grew up with siblings, this one's for you. Hit it.
Justin!
Yes.
Uh-oh.
All right, explain yourself. Explain your TikTok.
This one, literally, like...
Well, I mean, you kind of did before that, but...
yeah, and as an older brother, like, I don't know what it is, but every time, even if my siblings are being perfectly fine, not bothering me at all, I'll just, like, go into their room, turn off lights, throw stuff at them. Like, it doesn't matter.
As an older brother, it can definitely
you just have to disrupt them. And I just like this one because it's just, like, Uno reverse. Bam! It's great.
All right. And like I said earlier, this time I'm going to make sure I say, hey, here's my TikTok.
Tell me, how was your life as a youngster?
Ruthless. My style as a juvenile ran with a gang, slanged in the meanwhile banking.
All right, so I'm gonna have to explain myself.
This is
think.
it's just crafter simping.
Okay, so
It's just you
like,
simping.
okay. First of all, I think she could definitely play a young Gal Gadot. Like, if they needed to cast like a teenage Wonder Woman, she could play it. Absolutely, like 110%. I think she could play it. And yeah, slight simp.
It's a massive simp.
No, not a massive simp, just a slight simp. I don't.
What? Where are you at on your simp scale? Like, where's your simp scale?
I'm in the 10%, maybe 20% simp
I feel like it's more like a 33% simp.
at most, 33, but it's not any higher than that.
Fair enough.
But yeah, there's actually and the reason I wanted to use that one is not because of simping, but because
it is because of simping.
No, because there's a little bit of a. Someone just sent me 2 TikToks. I think that was Corbin. But I think like, okay, there's a little bit of a story behind it. So I follow her on Instagram on her TikTok account, and she had posted a thing
For simpish reasons.
She had posted a thing like, "What are your assumptions about me?" And I had put, "You're gonna listen to my podcast?" ? And she said, "If only if you listen to mine," because her and her friend have a podcast similar in style to this one, except theirs is a topic. It's called Sith Happens. I actually checked it out. I listened to the last 2 episodes they posted, like last week's episode and this week's. And it's very similar. Like, it's just Zoom call between the 2 friends. Quality wise, I'm not going to diss because it's literally how this podcast used to be before we went to a YouTube. Like, they use headphones, which is what we did for a long time before we started the YouTube version of our podcast.
Yeah, what?
And they don't have like the fancy banner we have, but again, like
I didn't even get this mic. I was using my.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I bought your mic, so like that's why I'm not dissing on it, because it's literally where we were had I not decided to put some money into the podcast. That's exactly where we
rolling with the HP webcam.
I can't. You couldn't, or you can't afford a mic
or a camera.
I had to buy you one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But yeah, I gave it a listen. They basically talk like their last 2 episodes and their previous ones have all been about like WandaVision and stuff, because that's kind of in the happening right now. And WandaVision's great. If you haven't watched it, what are you doing? WandaVision. I was literally humming that at work the other day, and one person finally caught on to what I was humming, but they would keep telling me to shut up because I couldn't. It was stuck in my head. I was doing it, not even noticing I was doing it. But basically what I think she ended up subscribing to the podcast because I noticed that my follower count on here went up after I chatted with her for a minute on Instagram. And she said she had listened to it. Whether she did or not, I don't know. Whether she's going to listen to this one, I don't know. If she does, I feel like I'll get a message or something about it, or it'll be brought up.
Maybe she'll be like, "Why are you dissing my quality? I literally was just chilling with you."
If you were this person, comment below.
Bro, you're gonna call them out.
Oh, I absolutely am. But I don't expect them to listen. I honestly don't. I haven't even looked at our analytics yet. I know a couple people have listened all the way through our podcast, but it's like there are people who view it, but not everybody listens all the way through, which is fine. Like I don't always listen to podcasts all the way through. It depends on like what I'm doing. Sometimes I just listen to it when I'm driving. Like when I watched their first episode, I was literally shopping in Walmart the whole time. Like as soon as I walked in, I was listening to it, and it took me pretty much until I got out, and then I listened to it on the way home. They have it on YouTube as well, or that's what I actually was watching it on, but still. But yeah, it's a very similar like just Zoom thing, everything. Small. And one of the things I always believe in is like small creators got to watch out for one another. I'm actually in it, like my buddy Joseph, who's the one who created the GNAG name or everything. Like he's the reason we have the original GNAG inspiration group thing. When we in that episode we actually talked about like how one of the things when we all did YouTube is he solely focused on like we each had different ways we went about it. We were all Minecraft YouTubers. Like Brandon wanted to make quality content. He wanted his content to be like very well hard work put into it. Joseph worked on bringing people together. He just wanted to get small creators together to have or to like help each other out. Me, I just wanted to make sure that I and my audience had fun, and I blew up because of it. Like my content, apparently my method worked the best, and Brandon's didn't work at all. We actually talked about that in the Butchered podcast, and he got mad. He would get mad at me because he put in all this hard work, and I would just overlap him with subscribe. Like I surpassed him so quickly with subscribers just because I very poorly edit. I literally couldn't
But then
even
you
edit.
forgot your password and lost.
No, that is not what happened. But anyways, Joseph's whole thing was like he was always in support of bringing small people or small channels together, and they're also still a small channel, small podcast. So I've actually I've reached out to them about doing a crossover episode between our two podcasts, and we would talk about probably some Marvel stuff. There again, it's called Sith Happens, so that we might talk about some Star Wars stuff. Probably it'll be Marvel based because that's a lot of what's going on right now.
Are they Last Jedi fans or are they normal?
She is very much clearly a prequel fan. That is her favorite trilogy,
Cool.
which it's mine.
I'm sure
too,
we
so.
would get along.
Yeah. I agree with some of her opinions. She likes Rey and all that, which is fine. I don't, but that's fine. I liked her in The Last Jedi. I liked Rey in The Last Jedi. I didn't, or not. No. Yeah, Last Jedi. I didn't like her in Rise of Skywalker.
No, I didn't either.
I was unopinionated on pretty much everybody in Force Awakens. Except for Kylo. I didn't like Kylo in The Force Awakens, but I loved him in every other one. Kylo got better.
Yeah, he was the best one, I think.
Easily. They actually knew what they were doing with him. And I mean, I liked him in Force Awakens. He just like seemed more like a tantrum baby at times. But it worked.
He was a tantrum baby.
I mean, yeah, but still. But yeah, I'm hopefully, like she said that she's gonna talk to her partner, and we might do a crossover episode. Hopefully.
Cool. Yeah, let's make it happen.
Yeah, if you guys want to see that, comment below. We'll see if we can get that happen. Hopefully we'll hear back from that. Hopefully we'll hear back from them, and
we can all just triple team you about your terrible Star Wars opinions. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Honestly, that's probably what it would turn into. But yeah, I want us, this channel, I want to help out other podcasters, like small podcasters like us. I want to build a community, I want us to all kind of work together to help each other out, do small crossovers here and there. And I think it'd just be a lot of fun. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I agree. We should go for it. Anybody that wants to, I'm down.
So if you're a small podcaster watching this and you want to be involved, hit us up. Let us know in the comments. Our socials, hit us in the GNAG socials. We got the Instagram and we got the Twitter. They're in the description, so you can find us. You can message me. You can message Kaden.
Yeah, we're always looking at that stuff.
Yeah, I always, like, every time, like, a lot of people don't. I actually do check all the message requests I get on Instagram. I check every one of them. Like right now, I've gone through all of them, but I always look at them. So no matter where you send me a message, I have the option to where you can send it to me. I just have to accept the request, but I'm always looking to make sure that I've gotten messages from people, because I get messages from people from TikTok a lot. And yeah, so if you guys want to see more of that kind of stuff, let us know. We're working on the gaming content, so if you're looking forward to that, that's in the works. It'll be a little bit, but it'll get there. Things are gonna get a little crazy with me starting a new job and everything. So if we miss an episode, don't blame us. It's just a transitional period. Once Kaden like in March or whenever his like job is over, that'll probably make it a lot easier because he can be more flexible with the schedule. Me, I can't be as flexible, but I still can have my nights to record. So I think we can still make it work. But it'll just be a little struggle until you get to that point where you can have the flexible schedule.
Yeah, we'll make it work.
So yeah, guys, kind of recapping, Valentine's Day sucks if you're single, which we both are.
I got chocolate. I got donuts. Donuts is great.
I got Minecraft. I played a lot of Minecraft.
Yeah, let's promote healthy habits. Let's
Don't
do that
do it.
going
Don't
forward.
spend as long. Don't spend as long as on Minecraft as I did. We're gonna start doing more little segments like Would You Rather and stuff like that. Because that's
Crafter
fun.
just wants to be a transformer and
Yeah,
has massive feet vertically.
Brickfoot.
Brickfoot.
I still think that should be the title of this episode. I think it's gonna be. And then yeah, reaching out to other podcast people, and if you know somebody that you want us to reach, like if you want us to do a crossover with, leave their ads in the comments below. We'll reach out to them. If you are one of the people who want to work with us, reach out to us. We'll make it happen so we can do and hopefully we'll hear back from Sith Happens and we can do something with them, because I think our energies would be, I think we'd blend very well. Although I will say, and this is a diss on them.
No,
No, no, no,
sir.
no.
No,
And here's why. It's not really a diss. It's more of a flex on me, if that makes any sense. Basically, because I know a lot of insider detail, I always cringe when somebody says something that's wrong, and I just feel the need to say something about it. But
no.
obviously,
Just don't.
like, I'm only going to bring up this one thing. Like they
Nope,
had said,
I don't want to hear it either.
Nope, you're gonna hear it. They said that Spider-Man Far From Home.
Not gonna happen.
Well, they said Spider-Man Far From Home was the beginning of Phase 4, which it's the end of Phase 3, and that, like, stuff like that. Like, and I don't blame them, because a lot of people don't know. They actually know a lot more than most people. They know who Mephisto is, which is more than I could say for a lot of people. But I don't know.
What's wrong with you? You need to go to bed.
I know. I'm just
Get out of here.
It's my very OCD. You know, I like details to be correct.
Nah.
they're gonna be like, hey, just watch. If they're watching this, they're gonna be like, they seem like cool guys to be around. Then they're gonna get to that
And then
part,
they're literally, yeah.
they're like, oh, is that what our crossover is gonna be? It's just him critiquing us what we don't
probably. Yeah.
Maybe a little bit.
Just bear that in mind. Yeah.
Yeah, but
we can
I'm opening
them, guys. Like I'm not like.
Oh yeah, I like basically it will be me basically being giving information. Like I'll give some correct information or behind the scenes knowledge, then I'll get roasted.
Or something.
Then I'll give some knowledge, then I'll get roasted. Then we'll talk about theories, then I'll get roasted.
Something he does a lot is like presents an opinion as the correct one, and of course,
well, no, you didn't believe any of the stuff that I had told you about Spider-Man 3.
Your source is like, I heard
Deadline and Variety.
No. You'll say a thing and be like, I saw this from a Twitter post.
No, a lot. When I talk about movie stuff, I get it from like the big trades, like Deadline, Variety, the places that triple fact check themselves. Like you didn't believe any of the stuff I said when I said that Spider-Man 3 was going to be a multiverse film, and then Kevin Feige straight out came and said it is a multiverse film. It's going to connect to Doctor Strange, and I had even said, yeah.
And that's, at that point, I'll be like, okay, cool, it's a multiverse film.
Yeah, and I had been saying for months before that, like Tobey Maguire is going to be in the film. Andrew Garfield, like.
I hate the like the insider production type knowledge.
Oh no, I think
it ruins so many movies. So
like I think we can talk about, because WandaVision's already posted about it on social media. Like people know Quicksilver's in there now. I literally knew that he he was going to be in there mostly because I heard that he got casted like a year ago.
Yeah, and that's stupid. Like why would you want to spoil it for yourself?
We didn't know that he was going to be playing Quicksilver, but who else would he be? Why would they cast him in the show where he would be?
I disagree. Don't do that crap.
No, I love. Now there's some movies that still hit me out of nowhere. For example, like the Luke Skywalker thing in the end of The Mandalorian, did not see that coming whatsoever. No clue. Endgame.
Spoiling everything left and right now.
Okay, I can say Endgame. Everyone knows that at this point. I had no idea what was gonna, like, Infinity War and Endgame. I've been following a lot of the behind the scenes stuff, but I had no clue about like half of the things they were are gonna do. Like in that scene in Infinity War where Tony got stabbed by I thought Tony was gonna die right then and there. I had no idea if he was gonna live or not. You know.
In other recaps, Crafter just spoils everything.
Yeah, that was kind of a tangent I just went on, but it's fine.
An aggressive one too. Oh my god.
I like behind the scenes stuff.
I hate it. That's a point of contention we have. There you go.
There's a lot of points of contention.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that crap.
Yeah, well, you heard it. So, anyways, guys, like I said, actually, I'm not going to say anything else about that. I've recapped like 3 times already.
Yep.
Any final words?
No, I don't think so. Follow us, hit all our links, Twitters, socials. We're all here.
Yeah,
We're all listening.
give us a like, comment below if you think, like, again, if you have any comments for the podcast, if you want us to change anything, do anything, we're always looking at that kind of stuff. You can again reach out to us. We're always there. Share
Let
this
us know
with your
what you want to
friends.
see Crafter get clapped at. You know, it could be anything.
One of these days, we will do an episode, literally just the roast of Crafter. Like,
Okay.
Literally, I will just get people, like, when we get big, I say big enough, when we get enough people to do it, I'm just basically going to get us a bunch of people, like our friends and everybody, to submit a roast that you will read off to me.
I like how I get to read it off to you.
I don't want to know what they are, and like, I'm basically going to give you access to like my Instagram account, and basically you're just going to post a thing on my story basically saying, I'm going to get roasted for a podcast episode. Roast me. Go.
That's
and then
dangerous.
You'll read them off to
I'm
me.
all about it. I'm about it.
Oh, and then if we do, like, for example, another crossover with another podcaster, they can roast me. They don't even know me, but they can roast me. It'll be
So
fun.
why this dude talk about his feet so much?
Brickfoot. I'm 100% sure that's the name of this.
That's it, guys. We're done. We're done.
We're done. Thank you guys for watching. Goodbye.
Bye.